I just think you need to be comfortable in what you wear, and that changes. What makes you comfortable changes. But the most important thing is making peace with yourself. I was born in Texas. Shortly thereafter, I moved to Caracas, Venezuela. It's a funny place, and I feel like I'm Venezuelan when I'm here, and I feel American when I'm there. When I was living there, it was such a chaotic time. I remember as a kid at least being able to walk from my grandmother's house to the store. And then subsequently, visiting every 3 years or so, the sidewalk just literally getting smaller. And then last time I went, there was no sidewalk. The architecture is built to keep the people out. But the paradox is that people are extremely patriotic. At that time, I'd only heard salsa, cumbia, merengue. Suddenly, I hear Kurt Cobain, Axl Rose, and Jagger. I was just a little kid. I didn't have that voice. But one day, no one was home. I was just there alone, and I just had the feeling to go into her closet and put on one of her dresses, and I had a hairbrush, and I started singing. I felt, oh my god, yeah, okay, as this woman, now I can sing, this makes sense, this voice. Anyways, I was really into skateboarding there, and when I came here, that was it, that was my life, and it was through skateboarding videos that I discovered music, really. Around that time, I discovered reggae, and rocksteady, and blue beat, and so I was a teenager in LA, and I was wearing suits and stuff, and trying to be a rude boy. I wear, a suit, just to go to work, which is right behind the house. I put that requirement on myself to maintain some sort of division between work and non-work. Actually, I have very little to finish recording, and then mix the record in New York. We have to go to San Francisco to record it. It's the Gay Men's Choir, but they come in for a moment going, John Reed Choir. Yeah, that'll be nice. I like this. It covers up my tattoos. Not that I don't like my tattoos, but it's just nice to feel like I have a work style right now. That says, Mother Forgive Me in Russian. This is a female revolutionary fighter. The lower half is female, the top half is male. Here's like this hermaphrodite kind of transsexual arm, I guess. I don't know the backstory of any of the designers, but I know who made it. I think it's important to know who made the clothes that you're wearing. So these pants are Unis, and the shirt is Alexander Yamaguchi. I don't know the sweater, but I like the sweater. This is pretty much the work uniform. This shirt is by Opening Ceremony, and these shoes they're boots, but I cut them to be shoes. One of my, I think, sartorial cultural heroes is Glenn O'Brien. I take notes from Glenn terribly and fail at it, but I try. Just to see how I'll be treated differently and judged and interacted with based on my exterior. I wore the first day of school, I wore a suit. Saw what was the reaction? Not much. Next day, I think I wore a pair of black pants that I cut open on the insides, and then I covered in red paint, and then just a torn shirt and smeared lipstick. The next day, I wore baggy pants and Timberlands. Girls that would never ever talk to me would start saying, hey, what's up? I remember walking by a guy and he high-fived me. The next day I wore just basketball jersey and basketball shorts and had basketball. People that didn't ever recognize my existence. What's up? How you doing? On the last day I just wore a dress. Kids probably go to high school in drag now. I don't know. But at the time in high school, it was a big deal. When I see, a tranny, but particularly a black tranny, it's one of the most beautiful sights to me still. It just takes so much balls to be like, I'm just going to wear Daisy Dukes and my lipstick and just be myself and be strong and proud of it. But I've always wanted to make a book called Old Chinese Lady Steez or something like that. They really have the best style, just across the board. Accolades and criticisms. It's all byproducts of what should be the focus. If that ever becomes the focus, it's hell. 29 was the darkest year of my life. It was horrible. I was in a horrible place and not focusing on the work whatsoever. I try to not look back with regret, even in the sense of just my style, even in the sense of what I was wearing. I don't have the good sense to avoid those things that I will regret. The level of failure is really significant to me. If there's a great sense of failure, it's a wonderful thing because that means that there's a chance to make there's an impetus to want to make a new record. I don't necessarily like the music I make, but I love making it. I love making music.